says Lou. Today we are working in the New Headway Intermediate book, page 89 through 91. So, here we have our question tags. If your voiced intonation goes downward when you say a given question, your question tag would be this. If your voice intonation goes upward as you say your question, you would use this. Let's look over some question tags. For number one, we have what, Mr. Paul?
It isn't very warm today, is it?
Very good. And here's our question tag for is it? What about number two?
You can cook, can't you?
How about for number three? Haven't you? Would that be upward?
Up, yeah. You've got a DVD player, haven't you?
How about number five?
There are a lot of people here, aren't there?
Downward?
Yeah, I think so.
And number six?
The book wasn't very good, was it?
What do you think?
Downward.
Number eight?
You aren't going out dressed like that, are you?
Okay, let's hear it.
Could we open the script?
Tape script 11.4. 1.
It isn't very warm today, is it?
2.
You can cook, can't you?
3. You've got a DVD player, haven't you? 4.
Mary's very clever, isn't she?
5. There are a lot of people here, aren't there? 6.
The book wasn't very good, was it?
7.
I'm a silly person, aren't I?
8.
You aren't going out dressed like that, are you?
Let's do with our answers. Okay. So we have an upward followed by a downward. Then we have a downward followed by an upward. Then we have a downward, another downward, another downward, another downward, and an upward. So, they didn't agree with us in every single one, but that's fine. Study these. Do we have any questions?
Should I repeat them?
No. I think we're fine on that one. Now, we have match a response with a question. Exercise 1. A response with a question. So, try to see if we can see these both at the same time. Number 1, we have it isn't very warm today, is it? Which response would be pertinent?
Let's have a look. What was the question?
We have it isn't very warm today, is it? What's a good response over here?
No, it's freezing.
No, it's freezing. You can cook, can't you?
Me? No, I can't even boil an egg.
Can't even boil an egg. You've got a DVD player.
Believe it or not, I haven't. I've got a laptop
Got a
though.
laptop though. Mary is very clever.
Yes, she's extremely bright.
Yes, she's extremely bright. There are a lot of people here.
I know, it's absolutely packed, I can't move.
Pat, I can't move. The book wasn't very good.
It was terrible, the worst I've read in ages.
Mm-hmm. I'm a silly person, aren't I?
No, you're not. Everybody makes
So
mistakes.
you're not to make mistakes. You aren't going out dressed like that, are you?
Why? What's wrong with my clothes? I thought I looked really cool.
Uh-huh. Let's take a look. No, it's freezing. Me, no, I can't boil it. Turn out I haven't. I've got a laptop.
Teacher.
Yes.
Should you read A and I read B? Something like that.
Sure. It isn't very warm today, is it?
No, it's freezing.
You can cook, can't you?
Me, no, I can't even boil an egg.
You've got a DVD player, haven't you?
Believe it or not, I haven't. I've got a laptop though.
Mary's very clever, isn't she?
Yes, she's extremely bright.
There are a lot of people here, aren't there?
I know, it's absolutely packed. I can't move.
The book wasn't very good, was it?
It was terrible, the worst I've read in ages.
I'm a silly person, aren't I?
No, you're not. Everybody makes mistakes.
You aren't going out dressed like that, are you?
Why? What's wrong with my clothes? I thought I looked really cool.
All right. You did it. On to the next one. Conversations. And 3 question tags. To the conversation below. Are they go up or down? Interesting. Why don't we hear that first?
Tape script 11.6.
It's so beautiful, isn't it?
What is?
The view. That's the CN Tower, isn't it?
What?
The CN Tower.
The CN Tower isn't that tall, is it?
Oh, yes, it is. It's the tallest building in Toronto.
This is what is. What do you think? Up or down?
No, it says add 3 question tags to the conversation below. Do they go up or down?
Right.
So the question tag is, it's so beautiful, isn't it? It's so beautiful, isn't it?
Okay.
So,
Let's start
it's
with
so beautiful, isn't it?
Okay, edit that.
I think that goes up.
Edit that. Okay. So let's add in our question tag. So what do you think a good question tag would be for A?
Isn't it?
What would be a good question tag for A right here?
The view. That's the CN Tower. Wait a second. 1, 2. It's so beautiful, isn't it? What is the view? That's the CN Tower, isn't it? What?
Another the question tag could be there. And how about a question tag for here?
No, there isn't one. It's after the view. That's the CN Tower, isn't it? The next question tag. The CN Tower isn't that tall, is it? Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's see what the book has for us. So we have an isn't it, an isn't it, and is it.
yeah.
Okay. Very good. So we can do an upward here. It's so beautiful, isn't it? That's the CN Tower, isn't it? Maybe downward there. CN Tower isn't that tall, is it? Maybe an upward.
CN Tower isn't that tall, is it? I think down. I think up, down, down.
Okay. Whatever you prefer. Now, why don't we go ahead onto our answer here? Reading and speaking, how well do you know your world? Do you know the answers to these questions? What are the Earth's oldest living things?
I don't know. Microbes of some sort, I suppose.
Microbes, or maybe some strange plant or something, like fungus or
Could be a turtle.
moss, I don't know.
Turtle?
Maybe. What man-made things on Earth can be seen from space?
Ah, the Great Wall of China.
I've heard that Wall of China can be seen from space. What is the most terrible natural disaster to have hit the Earth?
I believe it was an asteroid.
Could be. Why do women live longer than men?
Because only the good die young.
Why? Why isn't there a row 13 on aeroplanes?
Because they believe that the number 13 is unlucky. And did you know that the British royal family, if anyone's born on the 13th, they're officially born on the 14th?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do they drive on the left in Britain and on the right in other countries?
I don't know what the reason is.
How many new words enter the English language every year?
I have no idea.
Now we have put one of these lines before each question, exercise 1. What is true for you? I think I know what or why.
Number 2.
I think I know what man-made things on Earth can be seen from space.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
7.
I'm not sure how many new words enter the English language every year. I think
Number 5.
why isn't there a row 13 in everything?
No, I think it's because of bad luck. It's associated with bad luck.
Okay. I have no idea.
Number 1.
I have no idea what are the Earth's most living things. I don't know.
Yeah. One of the other ones.
And I wonder
I wonder what the answer is.
what the answer is. I think I know what the Earth's oldest living things are. I wonder what man-made things on Earth can be seen from space. I don't know what the most terrible natural disaster is to have hit the Earth. I don't know what the most terrible natural disaster to have hit the Earth is. I have no idea why we live longer than men. I think I know why there isn't a row 13 on airplanes. I wonder why they drive on the left in Britain and on the right in other countries. I'm not sure how many new words enter the English language every year. Very good. Okay. We do have a lot of information to cover on the next 2 pages. Why don't we move on to that? Here are the last lines of the 7 answers. Which answer do they go with?
I think we need to read the text first.
Yeah, why don't we? So, number 1, we have what are the Earth's oldest living things? Please read it for us.
The White Mountains of California are home to our oldest living things. Trees! The oldest tree in the world, Methuselah, has roots that go back over 4,600 years. This makes it older even than the Great Pyramids of Giza in Egypt. The 26-foot bristlecone pine tree is the oldest of many that have outlived civilization after civilization.
Very good. What man-made things on Earth can be seen from space? Go ahead.
When humans first flew in space, they were amazed to discover that the only man-made object visible from orbit was the Great Wall of China. Although this is a nice idea, it's not actually true. The Great Wall is mostly grey stone and a grey landscape, and in fact is very difficult to see even from a plane flying at a mere 15 kilometres above. What can be seen when orbiting the Earth from about 200 kilometres up are the lights of the world's large metropolitan areas.
Okay. And number 3, what is the most terrible natural disaster that hit the Earth?
Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions and hurricanes are responsible for the deaths of thousands of people every year. One of the most violent earthquakes ever recorded was in Ecuador in 1906. It was the equivalent of 100 H-bombs, but it was nothing compared to a volcanic eruption in Tambora, Indonesia in 1815. This was the equivalent of 10,000 H-bombs, but even these are nothing compared to many tropical hurricanes. They regularly have the energy of an amazing 100,000 H-bombs. However, there is one natural disaster that beats all of these by a very long way. A meteor that hit the Earth 65 million years ago and caused an explosion, the equivalent of 10 million H-bombs.
Amazing. I believe we have more. Evidence suggests that boys are the weaker sex at birth, which means that more die in infancy. Men also have a greater risk of heart disease than women, and they have heart attacks earlier in life. Men generally have more aggressive behavior, particularly when driving, so they're more likely to die in accidents. Also, men are more often in dangerous occupations, such as construction work. Historically, women die in childbirth, and men in wars, so unmarried women and philosophers often live to great ages. Now, childbearing is less risky, and there are fewer wars. Now we have, why isn't there a row 13 on airplanes? In many countries, the number 13 is considered to be very unlucky. In France, there's never a house with number 13. In the United States, modern high-rise buildings label the floor that follows 12 as 14. Where did this fear of a number come from? The idea goes back to Norse mythology in ancient times. There's a banquet with 12 guests. Loki, who was evil, decided to join them without being invited. In the fight that followed, Balder, the son of Odin, was killed. This story is probably the origin of the idea that 13 people shouldn't sit at the table to eat. Why do they drive on the left in Britain and on the right in other countries? The reason for this goes back to the days when people traveled by horse. Most people are right-handed, and thus the left is the natural side to ride on if you're a horseback, and you need your right hand to hold a sword.